guys hear me? How's my audio? Shelly! Hey, Shelly! Thank you for coming, dear. Okay, sounds good. Thanks, Shelly. Okay, good. Let me exit out of here. Oh, my mic is so dry. Okay, thank you. Thank you guys for liking the stream. And thank you guys for coming to hear me rant. I'll try to keep this short, sweet, and to the point. I probably shouldn't look at the chat right now. Gates 3 Designs, hi! Thank you for coming. Thank you for being here. So, as you can tell by the title, I think I just want to rant about information agents. Basically, we all know who they are. We see them in our everyday life. We see them sometimes around family and friends. They're basically those people who feel like they need to know all of your personal business, everything about you, just upon meeting you. They just dig for information. They just want to know, not because they care, not because it matters, but because just for the sake of being nosy. And I'm just so sick of it. So I just want to say and get it off my chest. So I'm just gonna get right into it. I think like the first thing is like, first of all, like, what makes you so deserving, number one, to know anything about me? Like, why do I need to explain myself to you? Why do I have anything to prove to you? What makes you so important that you need to know anything? What makes you so important that I need your validation and I just have to tell you certain things, share every high and share every low? If I was the type of person to seek validation outside of myself, it damn sure wouldn't be on social media. Okay? If I choose to share anything, that's not a green light for you to then be intrusive. Because you have some people who are boundary stompers and they just don't respect boundaries, privacy, personal space, or really any of it. And it's like they have no sense of regard for people's just personal space and their like personal bubble or whatever. So what they'll do is they'll try to guilt you or, you know, shame you into sharing things that are just really none of their goddamn business. Like, you have some people, I think, that one thing that they'll say, they'll use that whole, oh, you must have something to hide. Oh, I need you to open up more. You know, you're being so secretive. I've shared with you. Why won't you share with me? And to me, when I hear that, to me, open up. I need you to open up. When I hear that, it's like that translates into tell me all of your personal business. I'm going to ask you some inappropriate questions, and I just expect you to answer them. That's what I hear when people say that. Some people. Because I know that there are people who actually thrive off of fruitful bonds and connections with people. I'm not talking about those people. I think that that means different things depending on the person that it's coming from. Because some people, like I said, they don't want to know because they care. They just want to know because they're fucking nosy. Okay? And I don't want to be narcissist with you. I don't feel like I have anything to prove. I don't need a pat on the back from the world. You know, I just don't care. That's why I don't share certain things with certain people. You know? And anyway, I had to say that. I had to just throw that in there. because to me, opening up isn't exchanging sensitive information. Where I work, where I live, my social security number, my pay grade, what else? You guys know the inappropriate questions that people can sometimes like. There's a such thing as proper discourse and protocol when you're meeting someone. And that's something even to be respected among people who you've already established a relationship with, you know? And I don't think people get that. It's like some things you just don't ask when you first meet someone. Like certain things you just don't ask. And I think I've noticed a lot how some women do like to shit test men. I'm going a little bit off topic, but I'm saying this for a reason. It's like some men in like the social climate that we live in, you do have like a lot of women who do like to shit test men. I'm not one of them. So what I've noticed is that I'm just gonna say it. A man of a certain caliber, a man who builds wealth, a man who is an influencer of his family, he's a provider, he's a man of, you know, integrity. He has distinguished himself as an individual in society. He's successful and he builds enterprise. A man like that, I don't think a man of that sort of caliber is going to be too concerned or really occupy himself with what a woman does for a living or her income or her pay grade or any of that shit. Like, I honestly think some men, they're so used to women doing that they're starting to do it before the woman even does it. Like, it's like they just want to do it and get it out of the way. But not every woman is like that. Like, there's some women out here, maybe you've dated in the same circles and you just keep meeting the same type of women like over and over and over and over again. But some women don't feel the need to compare themselves to men because they know that they're not a man. Like, why would I want to compare myself to a man? I'd want to contrast. I don't want to be compared. To me, that's actually insulting. But anyway, I just wanted to give an example of one of my frustrations when it comes to these guys and when they say open up. No. It's not that I have anything to hide. It's just none of your fucking business. None of your goddamn business. And I'm just going to say it. Damn it, I mean it. That's just how I feel right now. But in terms, and to add something to that, in terms of a woman's economic status, which also includes what she, well, of course, what she does for a living, pay grade, annual income, things like that. Why do we have people who need to know everything? If you ask me what I do for a living, that's one question. That's fine. But if you want to go into details about my pay grade and what building I work in, and you want me to just, really? Really, bro? That's not attractive. That's not cute. Because if you're occupying yourself with those sort of thoughts, then to me, either one, you're looking for a woman to help you build something, or two, you really just do want to be nosy for the sake of being nosy so you can shit test her. Like, that's just so weak and effeminate to me when guys do that. Like, I'm over it. People have no respect for proper protocol and discourse, and they really don't. But when you have connected with someone and you feel comfortable enough with that person to express like vulnerabilities, thoughts, ideas, emotions, that's what I call opening up. That's what I call connecting with people. That's opening up. Not sitting here exchanging sensitive details about yourself. Like, because you did that, I should do it too. I don't think the law of reciprocity, at least for me, would apply in a situation like that. You've sat here and you've shared all your personal information. You've shared your damn near down to your social security number, and you think because you felt so comfortable to do that, that I should do it too? That's unfair. That's not right. So for me, it's like a huge turnoff. If you can't respect boundaries, please just stay away from me. That's all I have to say about that. Like, it's just a fucking turnoff. Like, it really is. But that's what I would consider opening up. If I'm going through an emotional disturbance, let's say I had a bad day at work, you know, and my day was just really shitty. If I come to you and I'm venting and I'm crying and I'm expressing like my anger and my emotions and I'm just being open with you in that regard, you don't value that? You don't think that that's special? You wouldn't consider that opening up? Now that is opening up. It's like y'all don't even look past the surface of shit. It's like some people are so superficial that they miss out on moments like that. You know, that's special. If I have a friend and she had a bad day and she wants to come to me because she trusts me enough with her sensitivities to talk to her and let her just get it out, that's special. That's a connection. That's someone opening up to you. But y'all don't see stuff like that because you're so preoccupied with mundane, superficial garbage. I think it all boils down to, at the end of the day, you just have to know your worth. And you have to understand that certain moments are not to be shared with certain people, because all they're going to do is shit all over it. Certain things just shouldn't be shared with certain people because they just don't deserve it. People miss out on moments. It's like they say seize the moment. But when we have these special moments with people, we're too preoccupied with narcissistic behavior that we don't even see like a precious moment in time. Like, that's just so annoying to me. But it kind of also ties into what I wanted to say about narcissistic people on social media. Like, as you guys know, I'm not a social media junkie. I don't have Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. I don't have any of that. I'm just on YouTube and FetLife. But you get people who, they spend all of their time on social media, right? Arguing with people, posting pictures, false flexing, whatever you want to talk, bragging about, you know, how great or how big their money is, how big their house is, you know, their cars and things like that. First of all, I'm just going to make a side comment. A person who's wealthy, a person who is wealthy, if they grew up around it, that flashy stuff, that if wealth is something that you're used to, it's nothing to you. So you don't feel the need to go around flashing your cars, flashing, being loud, basically. You don't got to be loud. If there's someone that I see, or if there's certain like behavior, that sort of behavior that I notice about them, it just lets me know that you're not used to having things, or you're not used to wealth. Because you can be rich, but that's different from being wealthy. I mean, it's just like super annoying, you know? And then if you have such a life, if your life is so great, if all these things, if you're just to be worshipped because you're some kind of fucking God, how could you have time to have a life if you're on social media all day? On Facebook, arguing with people, on Twitter, going back and forth, creating beefs with people. If your life is so great and if you're so above everyone else, why? It seems to me that you probably don't have time to have a fucking life because you're always here on Twitter or Facebook or whatever you frequent. Like, I think it's good it can be healthy to argue with people. There's a such thing as arguing in a healthy way that can actually be productive. But if you just want to beat on your chest and talk tough and talk loud, you think that makes you look important? And I said this to someone last night. It's like I was in conversation with someone, and he told me that a lot of guys think that they're dominating conversation. Well, not even just men, women do it too. When they get loud, they think that they're somehow, it doesn't make what you're saying important. It just means you got louder. Like, that's all that means. I think that there's an art to breaking someone down with your words, and literally, like, you can shatter someone's entire world. Just fuck up their whole entire universe through speaking in a calm tone. You don't have to curse. You don't have to raise your voice. You can talk very monotone and still break a person down and shatter them completely. You just rip them apart. This is, oh my God, is this my first rant video? Wow. I feel like I just got some pressure like released on my chest. Like, this felt really good. It's like almost orgasmic. But I just wanted to say it because that's just how I feel right now. And it's just raw. It's just raw rant, like how I feel. But yeah, it's just the information agents, the turnoffs and the things. I know everyone has their quirks and stuff like that. I can really excuse honest mistakes. But if you're the type of person who constantly bounces and stomps on people's boundaries and stuff, that's disrespectful. And it's also ill-mannered to ask certain questions. I mean, there are certain questions that I think it really weirds me out when I'm on like a first date with someone and they're asking that sort of thing, what I talked about earlier. Like, to me, I'm side-eyeing you at this point, you know? Because people say a lot, but they also say a lot when they ask questions. It's like, why are you asking me this? Like, what's your motivation behind asking me this? Like, why? Why does it matter to you? And why would you even ask that question? It's like, do you hear yourself right now? Oh, you don't, because you're narcissist 24/7, 365. Right. Y'all, I don't know about people. I'm fed up with humans. I'm going to build a hover spacecraft and just go away. You know, because this is why I don't even like being around people like that, because I get annoyed really easily by stupid shit. And people are so comfortable with just being rude to other people. It's like they have no regard for common courtesy. They have no regard for decency, human decency. And it's not anything deep. It's just really, it should be common practice and standard protocol, standard procedure. Especially if you're romantically interested in someone. You just fucked up everything for your game when you ask certain questions at certain times. It's like you have to build up with people. You don't build down. It's like you have to get to certain points. It's like, some people just don't get it. Some people just don't get it. It's like, it's been frustrating me and bothering me. So I had to talk about it. But I'm going to go to the chat room to see what you guys are saying. I gotta take a deep breath. Okay, let's see who we got. Simply Deep, Shelly, one of my favorite mods, Black Diamonds, Malachi, I think I said your name right. I'm sorry if I butchered your name. Gates 3 Design, thank you all for coming. Chef Disaster, thank you for coming. Black in Japan, salute DeAndre, salute. Classic Ruby, oh my gosh, how are you? How have you been? Who else is in here? What are y'all saying? Hey, well, if you wanted to know what your info and what your interests are, if a man is interested in you, he just wants to get to know you and trying to create dialogue. Okay, well, Ken Wise, there's a way to get to know someone. You want to get to know me. You don't want to get to know my bank account. You don't want to get to know, like, so I'm talking specifically about these questions and these comments that to me are inappropriate. To me, it's very inappropriate if you're wanting to get to know someone. It's very ill-mannered to ask someone, what's your annual income, what's your pay grade? If you want to ask me, like, to me, getting to know someone is not that type of surface stuff. I'm talking about when you want someone to open up to you, when you want to get to know a person, you're going to ask them things like, what are some of your favorite hobbies? What are some of your favorite desserts? What type of movies are you into? And things like that. Maybe, I mean, it goes even deeper, of course, but I'm just using that as an example. Like, there's a such thing as an inappropriate question. Just because it's a question doesn't mean, like, you don't have to explain yourself to people. And I think the word no, it feels really good, like, rolling off my tongue. Like, it really does. I'm missing words tonight, y'all. I'm sorry. And you guys know me. I'm not one to even really use profanity like that, but it's just raw, so I just kind of just let it spill out. Classic Ruby says, I feel that I would add you got to take the individual into account. What each person takes as personal or private is going to vary. Exactly, Ruby. I mean, I get that personalities vary, things vary from person to person, but if you brought this to someone's attention and you've told them, look, I don't like when you do this, but after that they keep doing it, it's no longer an honest mistake. It's just really a deliberate attempt to stomp on my boundaries or shame me or guilt me into doing something that you think I should do because you did it too. Like, I don't get it. Oh my gosh, Guy King. I'm gonna get you for that comment. I can't believe you. What I've learned in 10 years is love languages are life. You gotta learn each other. Be willing to hear and feel and understand that from each other, or it will never work. Exactly, Ruby. I concur. Well, my bad. I'm a money getter. I apologize, baby girl. Pricklewood. No, LVZ, I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking about you. I think our interactions, like, online have always been, like, cool. Like, I don't have anything against you. I wasn't even talking about you. And I don't think you do that anyway. I don't think you do that kind of stuff anyway. Like, Linda Anderson, thank you for coming too. It all comes to discerning those who are not good for you. Yes, because you should listen to your inner voice too. Like, it's there for a reason. And if you get that gut feeling, it shouldn't even take that much. Just listen to it and walk away. Well, that's not me. She ain't smell yet either. Keep your head up, love. This ain't about shit testing. Shit testing is pushing the lines to see your reaction. Yeah. Scale else. Not enough people these days understand the weight and power of their own words. Yeah, that's true. What did he say? What difference does that make if you get sick tomorrow and you won't make any of the money? Smoking weed and bombing on Peckerwoods are my favorite hobby. I got some cheesecake right now, so I guess it would be cherry cheesecake. Slasher type horror movies. Also gotta be willing to spell out your own limits clearly and then never been about for them. Yeah. There's a certain, like, I think, like, a profound sense of peace and power that comes with saying no and really not accepting BS from people. You know, because of course people treat you based on what you allow other people to do to you. But if I'm telling you that I don't like it and you keep doing it, then to me, that's just the end of it. Yeah, if you clearly spell it out, it's either labor violation or it was showing that they weren't really paying attention or decide your comfort limits weren't valid. Exactly. And I feel like they should be valid just because they're my limits. Like, what's important to you probably isn't important to me. You understand? Like, and just because you're so comfortable and so casually doing certain things, I should do it too, to make you feel what? To give you like, to make you feel like I reciprocated something to you, or just make you feel like I should do it because you did it, so I owe you now because you just, no, it doesn't work. The world doesn't work like that. Remember when dealing with narcissists, superficial and self-entitled people, they have no boundaries and are habitual line steppers. Check their ass. Yes, that's so true. What Minbane just said is so true. Like, I just can't do it. But eventually, with nobody from interaction one, you teach them how to treat you. What are you willing to accept? Right. And if you stop, I think I heard someone say this week, they said, it was a female, I think, if you stop accepting, if you don't accept things from certain people, eventually they'll stop offering them to you. You know? There's nothing wrong with cursing. Yeah, but it's not ladylike. But I'm human too, and I have my moments where I'm weak and I just need to let shit out of me. But I don't like to curse because I just don't think it's ladylike. But for this sort of rant, I have to just let it spill out because it's just raw. It just, I don't know, it just happened raw, and I was okay with it. So no one can guilt you into doing anything good, period. That's exactly. Well, some of us aren't weak like that. We don't have to guilt people into doing things or try to shame them into, to me, that's very weak. Like, I just don't get it. To me, that's very weak. Exactly. No, we gotta respect each other. So if I give and respect and appreciate you where you're at, the only way to show love and respect and appreciation is to reciprocate. Right. I completely agree. Like, I think the best way that you can thank me or show appreciation is the way you treat me from here on moving forward. Like, I don't know, y'all. I just don't get certain people. I don't know. I think this has been a royal rant. I probably jumped from one end of an extreme to another, just bouncing from idea and thought to thought, but that's just how it came out. And thank you guys for listening to me rant and ramble. How long have I been on here? 36 minutes? Ooh, that's bad. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end this. This was not supposed to be this long. For me personally, I try to treat people the way they want to be treated, and I like to be treated. I like to be treated. Yeah. I just try to always remember, like, the impression I leave on people, you know? But thank you for coming, Azula. Yeah, thank you guys for listening to me. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your time. I think time is a precious gift. The most precious gift you can give someone is your time. So thank you guys for being here. I'm going to go ahead and end this. Jarvis, don't. I'm not doing this with you today. Thank you, Guy King. I'm so happy you came. Smooches. No. Let me stop. Yeah, I need to get off here because if not, I'm just gonna keep rambling. So, thank you guys for coming, and I'm out, y'all. Keep it classic. Keep it classic. Trust me, no apologies. It's fine. All right, y'all. I'm out. I'm gone. Thank you guys for coming. Be safe. Enjoy your weekend.